Hello everyone, Robert back from Computer Forensic Repair Phase 2. Now we're going to talk about Windows computers, Windows laptops, on how they operate with Windows compared to what we showed in the other video where about Apple. So today we're just going to get started on the basics of Windows computers and what you need to know of the basics of sometimes why you lose video, why do they turn off, why do they get hot, and so on and so on. So we're just going to jump right to it again. And in this computer, we have a HP laptop. Now, in every laptop, this is pretty much what it looks like on the inside. You have your motherboard, you have your memory, you have your processor and GPU. GPU is your graphics processing unit. And again, your fan. This is an older model, so it has a CD-ROM. Now, for the basics of this one, we have different kind of hard drives, which I'm going to explain the basics of this one. This is a 2.5 quarter-inch hard drive, laptop hard drive, which has a moving part. These are not really used anymore. Everything is now SSD, but these are the older model hard drives that do work for some laptops. Some laptops still have them. But this is the brain. Just to keep it simple, this is the brain of the computer. This holds your Windows software, your files, a whole bunch of other stuff that needs to be inside it in order for the computer to operate. So what ends up happening is that when you turn on your computer will first talk to the processor, the memory, and as it loads, it goes to the hard drive, which the brain of the computer. You must have an operating system in order for it to function. Windows is your operating system, Windows 10 or 11, which you prefer or have today. So what you want to do next is that when it does turn on and you do see Windows loading, that's a good sign. If your Windows does take a while for it to load, then more than likely your hard drive is starting to go bad. When your hard drive starts to go bad, then you want to take it to repair center or have a technician troubleshoot. If you can get into your Windows, there is other ways, which you'll learn in video 3, on how to troubleshoot for the basics of computers. Now, if your computer starts to get hot and you notice that it's not functioning correctly or it's slowing down, or you see temperature reading on your screen pop up, that's because your fan right here is not functioning correctly. Okay, so when you turn on your computer and it starts getting hot within a matter of seconds, that usually means that your fan is not working correctly. It could also mean that your fan's not working at all. It can also mean that your fan and your heat sink, which is this part right here, is not working correctly. Or it can also mean, lastly, that underneath this heatsink right here, we have what's called thermo. Thermo is a paste that is uh, hooked on or pasted on to the CPU or GPU or both, and it sits on there and compresses it, and that's what keeps it cool. Almost like your pillow hitting your head hitting the pillow at night, where your head gets the pillow hot and then you get too hot, and then you want to flip over to the other side to sit in the cold area. Unfortunately, this cannot move, but this is usually what ends up happening. So the coldness, just like a fan in your house, when you have a fan on, it eventually cools that pillow down, and your body will shift, and you'll feel that coolness again. The fan here does the same thing. When it spins, it's cooling this metal piece down, trying to keep this nice and cool so your processor and your GPU can stay cold. Your memory is also an issue on why you might not get any video. So if you do have video issues that when you turn on your computer you're not getting any picture, sometimes it could just be the memory sticks. Sometimes memory goes out. However, if the memory is good and let's say you just dropped your laptop or you keep it in your backpack or whatever the case may be, sometimes when you drop it or the backpack does shift, sometimes these little memory module sticks can get loose, and when they do get loose, they'll shift out, therefore you lose video. Sometimes you can open up your own computer or have an experienced technician open it. They'll come and open it, and usually they'll just reseed the memory sticks, which means taking these out, putting them back in, and most of the time that'll work if everything else is functional. Going back to the hard drive issue, now they have what's called SSDs, which either looks like this. It's not the same as that metal one that you saw in the other video, or a few seconds ago, should I say. This is the older model. This that has a moving part. This is electrical. This does not have a moving part. Most laptops you will find have this, and some of the newer model laptops you'll see has what's called an M.2. The M.2 hard drive is a smaller, more sophisticated hard drive, and those usually sit right onto the board. And when they sit onto the motherboard, that is now screwed on. So in other words, like this Wi-Fi card is pretty much one of the same. It will insert into a slot, and it will screw down, which will hold this little bracket right here, which will usually hold down the hard drive into your motherboard. So the other hard drive that I explained earlier, that's this one, was set usually right here in this spot, and they'll connect into what's called a SATA connection. And this piece right here is called a SATA connection, and that will usually sit right inside the actual hard drive, or the hard drive will sit into the SATA connection, just like so. And when it sits inside there, just like so, it will just slide right in, and then you just lay down your hard drive. And once it sits into a little cradle like that, into the laptop, you're pretty much good to go. Just don't forget to screw it down into the bracket, as every piece has different kind of connections. So this is just the basics of the hard drive, or the motherboard and the hard drives, just for scenario one. Next, when you do have it all connection, make sure that before you do connect or play with any of this stuff, your battery to your laptop must be disconnected. Make sure that when you do work on any kind of laptop or any of its components, make sure you do disconnect the battery, as that can cause shortages or grounding and so on and so on. So be first, you open your laptop, disconnect your battery, and go ahead and start messing around with the stuff to have the basics figured out. I always tell my students here at my store, it's best to do the basic fundamentals. It's called a process of elimination. Process of elimination is to start disconnecting every little component here and start figuring out why that laptop is not turning on. Process of eliminations usually eliminate threats pretty quickly, and then you can figure it out what the component or what the issue might be as you turn the computer on, or it doesn't turn on at all. So how do you turn on the computer as a basic? So on this one, every computer has a certain kind of button, which is this right here. So every button, this one right here, is the one you want to push to turn on and off the computer. When you turn off the computer, you don't ever want to hold that button down unless your computer is not functioning correctly. If the computer is functioning correctly and the Windows is turning on, make sure you go to the start icon on your Windows and then turn it off, or should I say start icon, click on shutdown, and let the computer shut down. When your computer is on, make sure you are not disconnecting um, disconnecting or reconnecting hardware. For example, you have USB connections over here on the side. On this side right here, make sure you are not unplugging and plugging stuff in just to do it because you're in a hurry. There is safety features, which you'll learn on video 4 or 5 of this program, on how to disconnect equipment from the laptop. Very important to follow these steps because it does mess with the binary. I've talked to experienced technicians that have been in the field for 15, 20 years, and they still do that, and then they wonder why their computer's not working correctly or slows down. So there's tons of different issues that you're going to have to understand and learn. I will explain everything, what happens to the binary, on how it decodes in other videos once you plug in and plug stuff out without following the safety procedures on the software itself. In other words, on the bottom right corner of your Windows, there's a little up arrow right next to the time clock. You want, if you do have an external drive or USB plugged in, click on that up arrow when you are not using that USB anymore, and it'll show a little picture of a USB. You want to connect that or click on that, and then eject it. And then once it says safe to remove hardware, you can then disconnect it. You'll see in other videos on what happens when you don't. You see how the binary gets corrupt in other videos when you don't, and we'll follow to the next basics. These are just basic fundamentals of the laptops, and we'll move on phase 3 of how things happen on laptops, both Apple and Windows, when not functioning correctly. When you have other computers and the functions are not operating correctly, in other words, when you hit the start button on your keyboard and your windows or icons are not pumping up, that usually means you have corruption within your software. You learn that as we go in video 4 and 5. Later on in other videos, we're going from the basics in this program to all the way into cybersecurity, and then we'll move into forensics. So you're going to learn a lot in this program. There's going to be a lot going on. I'm going to be sharing 33 years of experience with you guys, and you're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to learn stuff in these videos that you will not learn or even hear about at any university or college during training or getting your associates, bachelor's, or master's. You won't see or hear about any of this kind of stuff, so which is why I'm sharing my knowledge. So until then, keep following and keep clicking because you're going to learn a heck of a lot more in this video. Take care, guys. Bye bye.